What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So what I'm going to be talking about today is about having an active shooter bag on hand. Now, obviously, what an active shooter bag is by the name of it. If there's a situation where you have to aggressively enter a building or a public place because there is a violent aggressor in that building doing some very bad stuff, then you're going to need something to take with you. You're going to need more than just yourself in order to protect other people and to protect yourself. There's a difference between defending yourself and stopping an active shooter. Defending yourself is defending yourself. At last resort, you have no other option. You have to defend yourself. Active shooter, every single time they pull that trigger, every time there's another bang, that means there's another person, another innocent person that's either seriously injured or deceased. So you need to act quickly and you need to act aggressively and tactically in order to move in and take out the threat. I'm going to talk about having an active shooter bag on hand. So right here, this right here is my active shooter bag. This is from LA Police Gear. This is their Zombie Hunter bag. I love the name of it. This is their Zombie Hunter bag. It comes in various colors, but this one is bright red, which I like because for me, I know exactly what this bag is, right? For me, this is my active shooter bag. That bag you see up there is my range bag. Can you tell the difference? Right? Yeah, that helps. Now, when it comes to this type of situation, obviously a long gun would be a heck of a lot better than a pistol. However, in certain states, like the state that I live in, the rifle I would need to do this, I can't really have because of state laws. There are some versions of it that you can have out here which have limited capacity when it comes to ammunition. The sizes are very odd. They don't even have stocks. They have like a weird brace on it. But right now, as we speak, the ATF is looking into them. So the ATF is looking into state laws and how they violate state laws. So it will be a while that we won't be able to use those anymore. So for me, who carries a pistol nonstop 24/7 from the moment I wake up and get dressed to when I go to bed and I lock one up and have it right next to me when I'm sleeping. For me, an active shooter bag would require a pistol, right, is what it is. So this is actually specifically set up for a pistol. Now, like I said, I carry a pistol 24/7. So, all right, this is my Beretta. All right, I carry this 24/7. However, I had this set up for a specifically different pistol, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Now, we're going to show you the meat and potatoes of this bag. We'll just say that, meat and potatoes, because I like saying meat and potato. I'll open it up for you, show you how I have it set up at the moment. All right. Now, overall, I really like this bag because it's got a decent amount of pouches, but it's not overdoing it with all kinds of weird pockets that stick out on top of pockets and stuff like that. So it's nice, and you kind of got to be compacted down when you put it in there. Now, basically what I have this in here is, in my opinion, what I would need for a firefight in a active shooter situation, and that would be extra first aid and extra ammo. Right here, the pistol I have set up in here, you can probably see it in the back there. That is my Glock 19. So now I have it in one of these little kind of cheap holsters. Now, I'm not a big fan of these holsters, but they're cheap, they're easy, and when I do have a firearm in a bag, which isn't very often, I want to protect that trigger guard, especially if it's a striker-fired pistol. So I have this holster. Now this one's actually reinforced. I don't know if it's fiberglass or whatnot, or like aluminum or something around the trigger guard, or even plastic, I don't know. But nothing can get to that trigger guard, so this is very well protected in there. Now there's a nice spot in the back. See all the foam in here? I don't know if you can see it with the lighting, but this is foam on that side and that foam on this side, so something in this isn't going to be bouncing around a whole lot. So here it is, the Glock 19. This is what I have set up in this. This is actually live at the moment. It's loaded right now. If you notice right here, this is actually a Crimson Trace. I believe this is the 201 model, so it's a red laser. This is the 201 model, which is a video for another time. I specifically have it on this pistol because this would be the active shooter setup I would have, and for me it's more of a low light type of thing than anything else. Other people will tell you that a laser makes you more accurate. That is not the case. I mean, you can pick up the red dot pretty quick or the green dot pretty quick when you're aiming down your sights, you can pick that up. You still want to focus on your sights if you can. But for me, it's more of a low light situation or up close and in person situation. So that's on there right there. And like I said, I'll do that video for a whole nother time and I'll really get into that topic. But this is the basic setup I have it in right here. This little reinforced holster right in the back. Now, what else I have in here is right here. This is one of those survival blankets. Now the reason I put that in there is in case someone does go into shock. Believe it or not, guys, I'm not just a firearms instructor. There's several certifications I have, and it just so happens one of the certifications I have, it's actually a variety of certifications, is I'm a certified Red Cross instructor. So I also teach first aid, CPR, AED, bloodborne pathogens. I teach all that stuff, both adult, infant, and stuff like that. So for me, I might have a little bit more of an advanced kit in here compared to what most people have. But in an active shooter situation, you're going to want a little bit more than your average first aid kit when it comes to something like this. And you want to know how to use everything that's in there as well. All right. Now, back in this back pouch here, you can see it, I have 3 magazines, okay? It's 3 spare magazines. 1, 2, 3, right there. These are 3 Glock 19 magazines. As this state, they're 10-round laws. So these are all 10-round magazines. So I have 3 magazines in there, and there's a little bit of room I could put stuff in there, but I really don't want to, because if I do have to change ammunition and I'm using this gun for it, I don't want anything being in the way. And this has a nice strap on it, so in this type of situation, this would be on my body where I could easily reach in here and grab it. You could adjust this wherever you want, up higher, down lower, wherever you want. Might be a little bit more comfortable for you. Now, I also have this is a North American cat tourniquet. I also got this from LA Police Gear. This is a North American cat tourniquet. These are the best types of cat tourniquets you can get. Not necessarily the name brand, but this specific type, the cat tourniquets. They're really good. They're very simple to use. Basically what you do is it's Velcro. All right. You wrap it around the injury, pull this tight, wrap it around there, and then you pull it as tight as you can. And this little thing, you twist it right here. All right, you see this? You twist this and it cranks it down and makes it super tight and cuts off the bleeding. Put it above the actual injury. And then you would put this and attach it, and it would actually lock this in place. Then there's actually a place so you can mark the time. When you put a tourniquet on, technically every 30 minutes you're supposed to loosen it. In a life or death situation, when someone's bleeding to death, I will not be doing that. But that's something that you might want to tell authorities about when you did put it on, right? So this right here is a cat tourniquet. That's why I like these. They're very easy to use. I have several of these, okay? I have several of these. Now, we're getting into this. Now, this isn't your average first aid kit. This kind of looks like an EFAK. All the military guys out there, you know what an EFAK is. You preppers out there, you know what an EFAK is. It's an individual first aid kit. This is a step above that. This isn't quite the EFAK. This has a little bit more stuff in it. This is what I'd like to call a trauma kit. All right, this would be a trauma kit. So it has a Velcro top on it. I also got this from LA Police Gear. All right, has a Velcro top on it. All right, so nothing falls out when you unzip it. And it folds out like this. All right, here you go. I'll show you everything that's in there. It folds out like this. So I'm gonna have to apologize, guys. My boiler came on. It is 3 degrees outside, and I'm in my basement. All right, so you're gonna have to deal with it. So what this has in here, if you notice, right up here, I have another cat tourniquet. This one's orange. All right, I have another cat tourniquet in there. So if you can't tell, I'm a big fan of tourniquets, especially in this type of situation. Has a couple sets of gloves. Okay, a couple sets of gloves in there. Has a little pack of like some band-aids. This is like basic stuff, band-aids and stuff like that. Then it has a much bigger pack back here. Has like antiseptics. I believe I'd have to pull it out. That's either a really big patch. Yeah, I think it's just a really big patch. It doesn't look like a triangle bandage, but it's a really big patch right there. You use that for a lot of different things, especially for bigger wounds. And also back here it has trauma shears. All right, because if someone's injured, there's a very high probability that if there's an entrance wound, there's going to be an exit wound as well. And if someone has like a sucking chest wound or something like that, you have to block up both so you can let that lung expand. And I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole first aid thing discussion for later. It also has a face shield in here. This is for CPR. If you guys don't know what it is, you throw it over the mouth, look at the directions. It's usually pretty self-explanatory. If you can read the letters on it, it's the right way. If they look all weird, then it's the wrong way. You put it over the mouth or pull the bag, put it over your mouth. It prevents your mouth from touching their mouth. All right. It also has quick clot. What quick clot is, especially for a trauma kit, you should have this in here. Basically speaking, what quick clot is if you have an injury that you can't put a tourniquet on and it's seriously bleeding, or you just can't stop the bleeding, you can't put enough bandages on it. It's like a powder. You dump it in there. Most quick clots. This is the actual gauze version. I'm thinking regular. This is the gauze quick clot. So you would stuff the wound with this. So you'd shove it right inside the wound. Literally, you stuff it inside the wound the best you can. And what that does, it actually helps the blood clot. All right, the chemical in there helps the blood clot. There'll probably be an infection afterwards, but it may save their life. All right, that would help the blood clot. Said, showed you the cat already. Cat tourniquet. Back here, this right here is another little. I thought this is Israeli. It's kind of nice. It's like yeah, it's an Israeli bandage. It's a version of an Israeli bandage. At first, I'm pretty sure that was what it was when I first saw it. Now that I pulled it up and I got a closer look, absolutely, this is 100% a Israeli bandage or pressure bandage, if you want to put that on it. Then back here, there is there's some red bags in there. And why would you want red bags? For hazardous materials. All right, that's technically what you would want to use it for. Basically speaking, when you've done the gloves and stuff like that, you might want to throw it in there. All right. Now back here, like I said, gloves. There's some duct tape in there. All right, and that's pretty much what is in this kit. So something like this is slightly more advanced than your individual your individual kit that you have on you. But that is a very, very good thing when it comes to this type of situation. So anyway, guys, I got to put this all back together now, of course, because I had to pull it out and show it to you guys. But anyway, I'm going to put this back together. Now, if you have any questions about this, guys, or you want any more tips or anything like that when it comes to active shooters or first aid and stuff like that, go ahead and comment down below. I'll answer what I can when I can. I have a lot of work that I have to do on a daily basis and stuff, so I will try to look down on there. And remember, guys, it is our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.